Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse dipping, I raiding. We act the fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's. Bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million?
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Watch tight end. Tight right. 3 down.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense. They definitely were on that play. That finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Rolling. Double tight.
Now a first carry for the fullback. And he stopped immediately there. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Last stop. Rolling. Double tight. Hey. We got 3.
And they'll run it here. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let it roll.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Double tight. 3 down. Check.
And the running attack here. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Tight end right. Three down. Hey,
Here we go now.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
Check.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard
go.
line. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Gun!
Right there.
Detroit!
Throwing on first down.
Target.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
On first down, Boyle. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Double tight.
On first and 10, Boyle. Finds that he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Danico Autry getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play fake. Boyle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. Third down here.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up
Watch it now, Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On fourth down, Boyle.
You don't know no better.
And my goodness, this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first down. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the scenes because then the defense has the advantage.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Double tight.
We got 3.
Game here with tailback. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs.
3 down, 3 down.
Here's Mack on the toss, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Throwing that first down is Allen. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 95 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Your trip ends here, baby. Your trip ends here.
Monday.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Going on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looks like I-4 rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense. Not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
To the air. Taking a shot for Samuel. It got his man. Complete.
Leopard!
A big play there for the Panthers. 42 yards.
Leopard!
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
Speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far.
Gun,
They're looking at a
gun,
first and goal
gun,
from
gun.
about the 9.
Gun!
Check.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Baby. Get him,
As
boy.
his guys
Get
are
him,
in
boy.
for 6. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Gano out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the Colts coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the fullback. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
We got 4.
Some of these play calls,
We got 4 down.
I
Let's
think
go.
they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think it's going to be correct. I'd like to see that. Because otherwise, this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? You're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
No. Check. Patriot.
Mike 15. Come on, D.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. First down. On the end route, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion.
All right,
so
now,
that
lucky
sets
56.
up 2nd and
Lucky
6.
56. Detroit.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. That is caught inside the 5.
They don't want
And
it,
he's
fellas.
brought down.
They don't want
That
it.
one goes for
Keep
16
playing hard,
yards.
fellas.
It sets him up 1st and goal.
Woo!
And with that completion, he's now
Gun,
north of
gun!
200 yards
Gun,
here in the
gun!
first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively. And he's got it. Touchdown,
check.
Panthers. In for the score.
Touchdown!
And the Panthers add on to their lead.
That's it, baby.
And
That's
he's
it.
having a nice little first half.
First half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
3 down.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push in the backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Tight end's right.
They'll run now from the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tight end to the left, tight end left. We got 3 down.
Here's one now on 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Double tight.
Push the pile. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Outside's coming. Run.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
58, right over
here. This is Mark Walton, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
Double tight.
Strong right.
3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
9 yards his first carry. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
I'm coming.
Out of the gun. Luck. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first
Back
and
99
10.
Philly, here we go.
87's getting the ball. Single, single.
To the INT, it's Allen, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
Oh,
And it
boy, I know you
pops
felt that
free.
one.
The collision
I know
there
you
jarred
felt
the
that
ball
one.
loose and brings up second down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10.
Tight right. Solo out there, check the outs out there.
Watch you now, Barney.
3 down.
Allen will try again on second
Hey,
down.
watch edge.
And this one is incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. More to come.
Allen carries him back. Nice spin. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Check 24, check 24.
Mexico.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're heading towards the ball.
Right back to the first down. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Eyes on 85. Eyes on 85.
Off of play action. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. You just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty. They come up on first and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
You got tight right there. Kill.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Get there.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel. Got some room at the 30.
Watch out.
And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That one good for 33 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of what holes are going to be before they actually open. I know that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3 down.
They'll take the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
This side. We got three.
Gun!
On third and long, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. First down throw, Luck. Quick throw, complete on the inside slant. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. On first down, it's Luck.
Bang.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
First down, Luck. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Panther rush too strong. long. They get there and take him down. D Ford in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Watch 23. Single.
And he's going to go down again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
He's checking.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Safe. Go. Hey. We got 4 down. 4 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Under 10.
Over.
Check 3.
Now this time, Allen will throw. Quick hitter here for complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Watch the twist.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they like these measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really do? Competitiveness. And that's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
After the interception, it's locked, and that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Single.
On 2nd and 10, locked. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Double tight. 3 down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Let's go. Come on. Run. Run to the ball. We got a runner. Last stop. Last stop. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, hey. Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they thought they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And Godot's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run the offense at all.
Let's see how they attack him here. Looking outside, he's got it, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. And in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
12.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to slip. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They give him a gain of 38. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Oh, yeah!
Detroit! Detroit!
Ship! Watch that!
Able to spin free. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Time he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Leopard!
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, and that's enough to move the chain. Here's McCaffrey. Finding room in midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Escaping the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
All right, man, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync. They stayed in great communication. But as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up inside the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about
11,
how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, sometimes interceptions result.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Hurry.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum
Go
going.
ahead.
I'm going to run you over. Watch the slant. Motion.
Reggie.
Play action. It's locked. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
12.
It's just me and you.
The shotgun snap for Luck. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We got 4.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Defense, keep it up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
36.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
He's mine. Check, go get him.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
4 down.
Gun.
Play it. Motion. Hey, check motion, man.
Gun.
For it, and here's Allen. And that is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times, the punter puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. 3 down.
On 2nd down, here's Love. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Check 9. 6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out
Go.
after
Run,
this.
Run. That's it, baby. That's it.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Kill.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Why?
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go now. 319.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. So quick on the spin. Spinning, man. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13.
Let's go.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Here we go. Watch
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught one-handed.
That's it,
oh,
baby.
my, he pulled
That's
it in.
That's it.
That
Big
one
hit.
a back-breaking as they wind up converting there on 4th. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Set! Green, 39! Green!
So Allen's going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Allen to throw. And he gets it down to the 32. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Detroit! Detroit!
26.
Detroit! Detroit!
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
Over. Roy.
Detroit! Detroit!
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Set! 319! 319!
Allen going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught.
Easy work. It's easy work.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Tight end's right.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Gano out to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all